Hello and welcome back to Azure Terraformer. Today we're going to be building out a new pipeline and new Terraform environment for our DevOps environment, so DevSecOps. This is going to initially just include some secret storage using KeyVault, but eventually we're going to expand this to include ACR for containers and things like that. So basically this is going to be what we use from an operations standpoint for DevOps within the various applications that we employ. So I guess this project would be aptly described as infrastructure that we use to develop and operate our environments. Hence the name DevOps infrastructure. So without further ado, let's get rolling. Let's set this up. We're going to start with the repo creation. Much like the observability stack, we're going to stand up a repo. We're going to set up a Terraform template. We're going to build some pipelines, and we're going to build a dev and prod environment for this. And then I think in Terraform, we're just going to provision a KeyVault and an SSH key that we can use for virtual machines in the future. So that's pretty much it. That's what we're going to try and achieve. Let's get going. So we pretty much just want to copy our Terraform pipeline carte blanche. This is exactly what we want. We are also going to grab the Terraform code from the observability stack, but we're going to highly customize it. Clearly, we're not going to need log analytics and stuff like that in our DevOps infrastructure. We're going to replace that with KeyVault and whatnot. Where are we going here? Okay. And I think we can drop the storage regions. We do want to keep dev and prod. We can drop log analytics. We can drop storage. Although sometimes you need storage accounts for mounting different file shares and things like that. We're going to change the name to DevOps. We don't need storage regions. Okay, we're looking good. Let's go grab a KeyVault. Actually, you know what? I have a really good example in Azure Terraformer from one of my earlier episodes. So I'm just going to go snag that. I can't remember which episode it was. Virtual networking. Here we go, SSH. So here's my KeyVault. So I'm going to drop my KeyVault, and that has my access policy for Terraform, for the Terraform user, and then I don't think I need this stuff. This is just other stuff. So let me go grab that, drop that into my KeyVault. So I'm going to create a new Terraform file called KeyVault.tf. And this is going to provision a KeyVault and a KeyVault access policy for our Terraform user. And we are going to use the Azure RM client config current, which is basically going to get whatever user is currently logged in with Terraform. Now in that earlier episode, I think I was logged in using AZ login with my own Active Directory credentials. But when we run this in the pipeline, it's actually going to log in with the service principal, which is what we want, which is what the intent is to get the Terraform service principal that provisions this KeyVault to be able to do all the things to all the things. So we're grabbing the tenant and the object ID from this current, which that is the identity of our pipeline user. My name for this KeyVault sucks, so I need to change that big time. I've got my nice app name and environment name. Of course, I don't know if this is going to hold up to KeyVault naming conventions. It might be a little too long. We shall see. So I've got my KeyVault. Let's see what else I can steal from my Azure Terraformer sample. I definitely need an SSH key, so I'm going to snag that. SSH. Now you can structure blast radiuses for your SSH however you choose, and as granular as you want to. For my little environment that we've been building out together on this channel, I've got dev and I've got prod, and I'm going to have a number of different applications in this, from as you've seen, Minecraft, a variety of variants, to other applications. Anytime I use a VM, I'm just going to use the same SSH key for the main user, so that I at least have some basic access into that VM. So this is going to create my secrets that has my public and private key. Of course, I probably don't need the public key. Actually, I do need the public key. Dumping this into KeyVault saves me the effort of, when I spin up a VM, I can go reference this public key from KeyVault in my other Terraform projects and attaching it to the VM when I provision it. So this is, the public key is technically not supposed to be sensitive like the private key is, but it's useful. I'm walking a line here because I've seen KeyVault misused in so many different ways and shapes and sizes, and it's really sad to see people use KeyVault as like a configuration management store, which is not what KeyVault is for. KeyVault is for secrets and not config. So I'm taking one on the wrist here, because I think I can make a good case for this, because the public key is still related to the credential itself, even though the public key isn't necessarily sensitive. So I think I can make a decent enough case why this is still a good idea. So I think we're good. Let me go and get this added here. Initial commit. And we're going to blow out some pipelines. Okay, pipelines are done. Cross your fingers. Let's see if I made any mistakes. Smash like if you want to send me some good vibes to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. Let's rename this real quick. But yeah, really appreciate it. Please smash like right now. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God! Good job. Look at you. Thank you for smashing like. Our plan was successful. So on both dev and prod, let's go interrogate our plan. I'm so excited. Things rarely work the first time, but when you make things repeatable, it gets a little bit better. Repeatability gets a little bit better. RG, AZTF, Azure Terraformer, DevOps Dev. It's a little semi-redundant. I get it. We got our TLS key, and we got a couple of secrets. Okay. Let's go look at prod. Oh, bloody hell. Let's go look at the plan for prod. We got Azure Terraform and DevOps prod for our key vault. And we got 2 secrets, resource group, and a TLS private key. Cool. Yeah, this looks really good. So let's go run this. probably shouldn't. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. So what do we have here? Checking for presence of existing secret SSH public key. The user or group does not have secrets permission. So I think what's happening here is, I've seen this before. What we need, like, and this is kind of an odd thing. So Terraform likes to run everything in parallel, right? And so when you run Terraform plan, Terraform analyzes all your Terraform code and it constructs a plan, and that plan identifies dependencies between all your objects, right? But sometimes there's dependencies that don't manifest themselves in the code. So for example, if the Terraform user is going to attempt to create this Azure KeyVault secret, and we, in the same Terraform apply, we are also adding an access policy for that Terraform user, then therein lies a race condition that will not formulate from the code. So what we have to do is we have to use a capability of Terraform to explicitly declare a depends on. And so what I'm going to do here is in my secrets, I'm going to declare, hey, you know what? First of all, Terraform, you can't actually create any secrets until something happens, and this Terraform user access policy thing is actually created. So don't even try it. Now, the funny thing about this, and for beginner users, and for if you don't understand KeyVault's architecture, then you would probably just run Terraform apply again, and it would work. It would magically work. Why? Well, the Terraform apply partially succeeded last time, right? If we go back and look at this. We created our KeyVault, creation completed on our KeyVault. The access policy was complete. However, it just so happened, due to that race condition, these secrets failed because the request must have just gone in before this access policy took effect. And so if we were to run this apply again, that access policy is going to be there. And so this type of error I call a first apply failure. Basically, the first time you run Terraform apply, it's going to fail. But the second time, it magically goes away. And so I always try and write my Terraform code in such a way that there are no first-time apply failures, because first-time apply failures for my future self and for other future users of my code, readers of my code, I feel like it's a disservice to them if I leave first-time apply failures in there, because those poor souls are going to run my code and it's going to fail the first time, and they're going to spend a minute, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 2 days trying to figure out why, until they, maybe accidentally run Terraform apply again, and then it magically works. And then they don't even know why it works the second time, unless they watch this video. But so I always try and make sure I eliminate first time apply failures. And I think you should too, because not just for the other people out there, those internet strangers, but literally your future self, you're going to try and run this your own code sometime in the future, and it's going to fail, and you're going to be like, WTF, mate. And if you would have just invested a little time and added those dependencies in there, you'd be fine. So here, for these secrets, because I'm creating these secrets on the same Terraform apply in the same Terraform state, I know that my Terraform user is just getting its new baby credentials to access at a KeyVault secrets. Without KeyVault secret access, these secrets will never get created. So I'm gonna add this, and this is not actually gonna make it work the second time. It's gonna make it work the first time and the second time. So yeah. Anyways, add depends on. Now I want to call out depends on is a meta. It's I don't know if it's a meta operator like count, but it's one of those HCL built-in attributes that can be applied on any object, a data source, a resource, a module, whatever. If you go to the documentation of a KeyVault secret, it's not going to be there because this is just built into HCL. So depends on is an array, and it's an array of objects. And look at that, we're magically delicious. So, like I said, the access policy was already there. This was going to succeed whether I put the depends on or not. But the depends on put in there will solve this problem, so that the next time we do this, like we'll be a-okay. And I think I can prove that if I go into our prod, because I think prod had the same failure. Let me go to prod, and I'm just going to delete the access policy, right? So access policy, go to access policies. There's our access policy for that user. Let me just delete it. Bye. Okay. Now, when I go and I run the apply on prod, this is going to be kind of like the first run, because the access policy doesn't exist, and that depends on is going to be critical, because those secrets are going to be like when Terraform does its plan, it's going to evaluate the depends on clause of those two secrets, and it's going to say, oh, we actually have to wait until the access policy finishes completely, 100%. And once that's done, then, and only then, can we deploy these secrets. And so with that, we eliminate the race condition, and those secrets can be created hunky-dory, as they say. So there we go. Our plan is to create the access policy and the two secrets. We are creating the access policy right now. And notice we haven't started creating the secrets. And boom, we are successful. So we have successfully eliminated that first time apply failure using the depends on clause. And there's this doesn't always happen for all the any resource in Azure or any other provider that you're using, but it happens in some resources where the relationships are kind of implicit and require understanding of that service and how it functions and operates in order to make this stuff work. And so you have to have the foreknowledge of KeyVault access policies and how they affect construction of various sub resources within KeyVault, secrets, certificates, etc. So there we go. If we go look at our KeyVaults, we have wow. Okay, let's go look. We got two new resource groups, and again, this resource group is not just it's not just for KeyVault. It's gonna have any DevOps resources that we need. We're probably gonna dump an ACR in here at some point in the future when we start working on AKS. But for right now, when we're working with VMs, this is pretty much what we need. We need an SSH key that we can. Ooh, I should look into that. Anyways, so we go look at our secrets. Now, Now this is the beautiful thing. So because this pipeline ran as that service principal, I actually can't see the secrets that are in here, right? I'd have to go add my own access policy for myself, which I will. I'm going to do that right now, just so you can see. We want list, and we're going to add it for me. Yeah. No. And we're gonna hit smash refresh. There we go. There's me. All right. So now I should be able to go look there, and there they are, in all their majestic glory. SSH private, SSH public, and that's it. So maybe next episode we'll use the Azure AD provider, and I'll provision a group, add myself to that group, and then add an access policy into KeyVault for that group of users. And so we'll do a mashup of two providers, the Azure AD provider and the Azure RM provider, and show you how you can truly maximize the power of Terraform by leveraging these different providers to manage one cohesive solution. This DevOps repo is going to manage who can access my KeyVault secrets, and at the end of the day, I mean that's a pretty cool feature, because we'll have source control history of adding users, removing users, an approval process to do that, to make changes to that. So that's coming up next episode. We'll take this source code and we'll iterate on it and enhance it from there. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Smash that like button if you did. Hopefully you already smashed the like button earlier, when you helped me make sure my Terraform plan was successful. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm marching towards 1,000 subscribers. It would really help, because I'd love to do these live sessions where we can do some live coding as a community together. But I need 1,000 subscribers to do that. So would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe. Also ring that bell once you do, so that you know when I drop my next video. I drop videos twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So be on the lookout. That's it. Azure Terraformer signing off.